morning, everyone. Do you need a break? I need. Yeah, it's quite nervous here. Yeah. Before my presentation, I want to introduce myself a little bit. Because first of all, I taught English for 7 years. I want to know how many of you have taught English for more than 7 years here. Okay, you can go. Yeah, I'm kind of rookie here in the field, so you don't have to listen to what I said. Okay, that's BB. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. What did I learn from this program? I think I need to be honest. Before I went to Australia, I think I could learn things more. I don't know how to say. I want to learn things deeper and wider, what I can use in the real teaching situation. After learning this program, I really learned something, but it's quite big. It's a big idea. So I cannot put it I cannot say exactly what I learned from Australia, but I can give you the big picture, yeah, which you can imagine and maybe you can use in your class. So nowadays, I think our responsibility is to help students learn how to learn. Do you agree? Yeah, everyone agrees, but yeah, that's ultimate hard to achieve goal for us. Yeah, and so I want to start with the critical thinking. So I think you all know what critical thinking is. Does anyone want to share your ideas with us here? Anyone? No? Okay, look at the board. Yeah. The definition is quite long, so I want to just speak some of the main points, main ideas here. I think critical thinking, if you help students think critically, yeah, students can make some contribution to the class, or to the family, or to the society, maybe. Yeah, so I think our goal is to help students learn critically, not to help them learn how to get high grades. Do you agree? Thank you. Yeah, and this is what we made in Australia, the lesson plan we made. Do you see clearly? No? Should I read this for you? No? Yeah. It is about Christmas. Yeah, a lesson plan for Christmas. And you can easily read it. It's maybe only 3 parts of this lesson plan. The first one is opening. Yeah. In every class you have to warm up your students. But how long? Yeah. I want to know how long you spend to warm up your class before you really go into the class. How long?
3 seconds.
Only 3 seconds? I don't buy it. Yeah. 1 minute, 5 minutes, yeah, maybe 5 minutes. But I need to tell you, maybe in one class, I don't teach anything. Yeah, I scold it and then for their daily behaviors. So the warm up could be 45 minutes. Yeah, they are quite warm, but not up. Yeah. And the second part is the lesson we really do in class. You can see it's about 20 to 30 minutes. I think we had a lot of activities here. Can you see? Okay, I read some for you. We had competition activity, and running dictation, and shouting stop. Do you know any activity of this? Does anyone want to share your ideas with us here? No? Yes? Running dictation? Shutting stop? Not stop talking, not to stop. Yeah. Does anyone? Okay, no. 3 activities, you have to know that first. And of course, at the end of the class, we did some conclusion about what we learned or about what we taught today. And that's the lesson plan we made in Australia. But I think I want to tell you that it's quite rare. It's quite rare that we teachers in different areas had the possibility to work together. So there, we are 3 of us shared many ideas with one another, but actually we came up with a lot of ideas, but eventually we went to a conclusion is that no matter what we did in class, the key to a successful class is class management. Do you agree? Yeah. So this is just for you to maybe you can use in your class, not the principle you have to stick with. Yeah, that's just for you to maybe in the future you can use in your class. But I think you cannot read, but you can try to search for this data in the DVD. Yeah, in the disk. And okay, let's go to the next page. I think there's some strengths and weaknesses in the lesson plan because we have to think critically and critically. So we have to dig out our strengths and the weaknesses. Okay, the strengths are students have extra activities to do apart from their regular lessons. The key words are extra activities. You can write it down on your paper if you want. And the next one is with more excitement for filling into the lesson. Not only can they learn happily, but they can also appreciate the real meaning of Christmas. The key words are excitement. Yeah. Extra and excitement for now. Yeah. And of course, there are also weaknesses. There are many weaknesses. Okay, let's see. I didn't design many critical thinking activities. Yeah, you can see. It's quite funny, easy, happy, but no critical thinking. Yeah. And not to mention of giving them the chances to learn further. Yeah, we learn happily, but what actually they learned in class, did you know that? I'm not sure. Yeah. And I need to be honest with you, even after a long day of teaching, I didn't know what I did today. Yeah. Because I am homeroom teacher of first grader. They are really new to the school. You have to teach them a lot of things, a part of English. So because I think before I get a regular job in junior high school, I've been teaching in vocational high, senior high, and junior high. I have many different teaching experiences. I think no matter what school I teach for, I think every student has the same problems. I don't understand what you are talking about. That's it. So I think being a teacher, I think that's not important what you do in class. No matter what activities you use, you need to be humorous. What do you say? Yeah. Even you just share a ghost story with them, you can make it happy and try to let them learn some English by telling a story. Yeah. And I'm kind of distract you from this topic. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Too many activities. might distract them from learning. I think we have 3 activities at least. I think that's too many. Sometimes I think it's quite easy to lose the students in class if you let them do many things at a time. So I think we should narrow down to 1. 1 is enough. And not enough question time for students. I think the big problem for teachers nowadays is teachers speak, teachers teach in front of students, but how do you make sure they really learn something in class? How do you know that? Think, not tests. Believe me. How do I change? Okay. Remember what I say, think critically. That's a very hard to pronounce word. Okay, I will state my purpose clearly so that I can remind myself of not losing the students. Keep that in your mind, what you are going to do today, not scolding your students. So that's my weakness. And every time I miss something that I don't like, okay, today no English. Sit down, you guys. Something is going to happen. That's my class. So I need to change. Okay, I need to remember what I'm going through today. State my purpose clearly, and I will decrease the amount of the activities so that the students can focus on learning one thing. Only one thing. If you did it successfully, one thing is enough. You don't have to have many tricks. One is enough. And I will give the students time to share their opinions. I think that's quite important. Because sometimes students can easily learn from their classmates. No pressure, I think. And I would add our own culture to this lesson. I think the big problem for now is that, teacher, why do we have to learn this? I don't think that's useful for me. I want to share some experience with you. I teach in Jiayi. Most of my students, the parents, they work on the farm. They are farmers. My students tell me that I don't have to go home and tell my grandparents, how are you today? That's the problem. They don't have anyone to talk with. So what's the purpose? Maybe you can teach them, you can tell your grandfather, you grow well, I like your rice. Or gai die yi. That's Taiwanese. I like it, what you grow. I thank you very much. That's sweet. And I will give them homework. Of course, no matter what you teach, homework is necessary. And next, can I just skip this? Okay, I read it. Given various films related to the different cultures, students in pairs or groups will compare their own culture by sharing the ideas at least in 3 perspectives. Do you know what CABD mean here? That's a term for every letter. I think D is for degree, and B is for behavior. That's something I learned from online courses supported by American university, maybe, I don't know, a Reagan. No? Okay, let's skip it. Okay. So, after talking a lot with you, after sharing a lot with you, I think we go to the 2 special terms in the activities I used in class, which are cooperation and competition. So I think they are quite the same. There's only a line between the two terms. Yeah, competition. I use a lot of yeah here. I should change it. Yeah. Not funny. Okay, in groups, everyone can have jobs to do, no matter how good or bad his English is. Agree? Yeah. If you want to use a cooperation, you have to assign everyone a job to do, even he or she knows no English. Maybe you can ask him to control the group, to write down something, to record something you need. Making each feel involved in the lesson is important. Yeah. Okay. Competition. People are competitive. Agree? Yeah. When they want to win, they need to learn things first. In other words, they have to learn to win. Agree? Yes. Assessment. What do they learn? So after you use a lot of activities in your class, how do you know they really learn something in your class? So you have to do some assessment. How do I make sure that everyone makes contribution? Okay, I'll give you 2 ways to make sure that your students really do something in class for their group. One is I will give each group a criteria consisting of clear direction to ensure each has work to do. A criteria. Do you need a sheet for this criteria? You can just Google it online. You can find thousands of criteria if you want. And the other one is I will ask them to make their own group's working diary. I think working diary is quite important. Even they possibly make a life for you. Because it's a long time to conduct such activities. So making a diary for their own group is useful. Okay. However, I mentioned a lot of interesting and funny things here, but you can say that under the pressure of competitive climate dominated by student testing and public school ranking, what I mentioned is quite impossible for real life. So let's go back. What do? I still have to change because I went to Australia. Okay. I still use cooperative learning groups and portfolio assessment. Maybe I just show you some pictures and I explain